Okay, here we are at the Branson Convention Center for the Season 19 final major of the year. This area here at just shortly after 8 a.m. is what I like to call the calm before the storm out here in Vendor Village. Lots of great bag partners here checking stuff out. CBC over there in the corner getting ready to get set up. And like I said, this is the calm witness relocation, and this is the storm. Check it out. There he is. There's our skins champion for the 5th and final skins championship of season 19, Douglas Parker, right there, up early for doubles. There we go. This guy put up a hell of a fight, but he don't want to talk to me about it because he's still, he's all right. He played a hell of a game. A bunch of them. There's our man, Tony. Tony is as much a fixture here as the convention center itself. He's our man. Hannah will be here later, I'm guessing. And this is the Branson Storm, and we had storms last night, baby. It's almost like people like this cornhole thing.
Hi, I'm Rich Pyle, the host of Hole Nation, where we share everything this cornhole and a lot more. Follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, and catch our new videos every Wednesday at 7. And remember, whether it's sticky or slick side down, bring it.
Who's ready for a double dose of Chad and Kim's cornhole adventures? Follow us as we head to the final 2 majors of season 19. Stay tuned to see our next big adventure.
Good evening, San Diego, and welcome to Taco Tuesday. I'm Ron Burgundy. Hey, what do you say there, holeheads? It is Taco Tuesday, and I'm here by myself because we don't know where Frank is. He vanished into thin air after Branson. Now he went on vacation. He deserved a little vacation, I do believe. So it's just you and me tonight, and Heinerman behind the scenes. But it'll be a quick Taco Tuesday that we want to pour all our love into a season 19 wrap-up. So when I told you I was going to wrap, the W was silent. It's going to be a wrap-up. I'm going to wrap season 19, so you don't have to worry about what you thought it might be, because God, who wants to see that? No one. Anyway, for those of you who had to deal with weather either on the way home or when you got home, hopefully you found everything intact. Different folks checking in, letting us know they're okay. If you're not okay, if there's somebody around you that can help out, throw your stuff up there on the Facebook page and let us know, and then we'll see what, who can reach out to help. But we saw a few people that had some issues with some damage to homes and cars, but the good news is all the human capital appears to be in good shape. So weather has been an odd variable in this year's season, more so than any other, so please remember to be safe. We kind of drove home on the tail end of it. We let it outrun us and then drove 10 hours home to get back to Cincinnati. A little bit of wind in a 24-foot box truck. That's a lot of fun to be driving in. Thankfully, I didn't have to do it. Heinerman did it. But anyway, what a weekend. And the season 19 wrap party here is going to be comprehensive. We have lots to talk about, some new wrinkles involved in the ACO Branson Major and Pro Series, and we'll get to all of that here in just a moment. As you saw before, stick around at the end. We're going to wrap things up with a double dose of Chad and Kim's excellent cornhole adventure. But this really was a weekend about the skins game for the pros, and really it turned out to be a pick your poison kind of week, and we'll tell you more about that here in a moment. Live from the underground here at ACO HQ. Don't forget, if you're watching on the YouTube channel, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. All kinds of stuff that's going to continue to pop up there content-wise. Wrapping up the Dalton Skins games and those matches. And then we move into Branson. We're going to have all the different divisions going to be broken out into the fast pitch matches. They'll be back, so you'll be able to distill down some of your favorite matches into 4 or 5 minutes, which is awesome. And then those Pro Skins games will be there for you as well. So check it out. That's all coming to the YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe. If you are looking at our socials, you're noticing a little bit different look and feel. We're experimenting with different ways to salute our winners and just to keep you in the flow of what's going on, so you can have a sense of what it's like to be there, even if you can't be there, and maybe it'll tempt you to join us at a major down the line. But some great stuff being done on our social channels. If you'd like to be involved in ACO push texting, which means you get updates right there at your thumb tip, 1 or 2, maybe a month at the most. With the Worlds coming up, we may have a couple more here to let you in on, but everything from registration links to hotel links, whatever we can think of that we think you'd like to have right there at your thumb tip, we will push text that out to you. All you have to do is text ACO to 833-695 1318, 833-695-1318. Text ACO to that number, and then we will push those texts out to you to get you the information that you need. Now, when you get one of those, it says text stop to end. That's not to end that message. That opts you back out, so you would have to opt back in. So just know that we're not going to keep blowing you up. We're going to send you what we think you need to know, and then we move on to somewhere down the line the next thing we think you need to know. If you type in stop and hit send, boop, you're out. So you have to do it again. ACO is all you have to text to 833-695-1318. I'll tell you something else. Speaking of watching, whether it's watching for a text or watching the YouTube channel or ACO TV, which is also there at the very top of the YouTube channel, which is going to continue to have content rolling into it that you're seeing in the fast pitch matches. The original Pro Series from Branson a couple of years ago, all of that is available, and it just keeps rolling on ACO TV. If you get out and you're able to put that up on a TV in a bar, you got all kinds of great cornhole action waiting and ready to roll for you the entire time you are there. You just click play, and you're done. ACO TV, it's that simple. Speaking of watching TV, though, a shout-out to Hallie Clark. How about this? One of our own, the ACO family, is going to be a big part of MasterChef Generations, or let's hope. She has the opportunity to audition on TV for a shot at MasterChef Generations. I don't know exactly how that whole process works, but she announced it earlier this afternoon. So Hallie Clark, you saw Hallie and Neil, I think, if you were in Branson, you saw them there. We've seen them everywhere, as you can see by the Road Dogg plaques that they got last year, the Barrelheads. I think they're up for it again this year. But the bigger prize that she might be on the lookout for is from Gordon Ramsay. Who knows? Will she be a MasterChef's Generations contestant? She's auditioning here coming up. I think it starts tomorrow night on Fox. 8, 7 Central, 8 Eastern, 7 Central. I don't know if she's in the first episode. I don't really know exactly how it works, but I do know that the opportunity for her to be a part of the show is what she was out there pushing, and excited to do that. So if you have an opportunity to watch and give a little bit of good vibes and love to one of our own, Hallie Clark, good luck to you, and we will keep everybody posted. If she is able to get on and continue through, we will have weekly updates or taco updates as we do them. And maybe a good taco recipe will come out of all this. Who knows? But Hallie Clark, good luck to you. And MasterChef Generations tomorrow on Fox kicks off the season, 8 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Central. New look and web feel to the website at AmericanCornhole.com. So much faster, loads faster. The mobile site loads faster. Check that out. More to come there, especially as we get towards the Worlds. All of our bag partners, as always, are rolling across the bottom of the screen. Quite a few of them were there in Branson with us this past weekend, and we did have mystery grab bag winners in Branson. They were Matt Sellers and Anthony Russell. So I believe you saw the photo of those guys. Yeah, there it is right there. Just some of the winners that we had, and we had a lot of extra winners in Branson, with this being the final Pro Series of Season 19. And we also had another special opportunity to have a new division that we're continuing to work on for Season 20, and we'll tell you about that here in a second as well. Usually this is where we talk about upcoming majors. Honestly, we're going to talk about the World Championships. The core schedule for the World's 19 is available for you at AmericanCornhole.com. It's all right there. There are things that are going to be added. Monday night typically was a big social night. Monday night's going to be a big, big party. More on that to come. The AAU is going to be involved with junior cornhole. That's going to be a big part of it. We've got lots of cool extra stuff on the front side. So when we are able to announce that full schedule on what's happening on the front side of these core competitive divisions, we will let you know, and then you can plan accordingly. Some may live close enough to come down, maybe go home for a day or two, and then come back. Don't know, but you'll have an opportunity to pick different things that you want to be a part of that are new to the World Championships this year back in Throwensboro, Kentucky. Now, that doesn't happen until July. In June, this is going to be big. Well, let's go back. Let's take a step back. Camp Margaritaville, that was a lot of fun. Lots of different things going on there. We heard Maz, and we heard Steph, and we heard Andy B calling the action. It was all kind of crazy all over the place. It was just kind of a big fun party at Camp Margaritaville. But we did have a survey winner out of there. How about Bernie Hinson out of New Jersey coming in and filling out the survey and grabbing entry to an upcoming major that will carry over into season 20. But Bernie Hinson out of New Jersey, congratulations. Thanks for filling out your survey. It's always chance it could pay dividends if you do the same. So make sure that you do that. Now, since we're on the topic of Florida, Punta Gorda is coming up. The Gulf Coast Classic, June 13, 14, and 15. Starts at the Twisted Fork, big outdoor venue. All of these events start later in the day. If you're new to the ACO or if you've heard this before, it doesn't hurt to remind you that this is a different kind of 3-day event. $20,000 on the line, all kinds of different events, including a pro invitational little drummer boy where you have to throw with opposite hand or back and forth with your hands. Lots of cool stuff about this. It's just a one-off to get us to the Worlds, June 13, 14, and 15. Twisted Fork is where we start on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. The 4 Point Sheraton there at TT's Tiki Bar. So again, $20,000 on the line. The bag manufacturers have an opportunity to put their teams out there. And we talk about this. Make sure you dress your team accordingly. Bag makers, this is on you now to make them look the part that you want them to look. I knew OTT, Adam, you guys did a great job. There were a handful of others that really decked your teams out last year. We're expecting big things this year for that slideshow. Punta Gorda, June, the Gulf Coast Classic. Don't miss this when you get a chance to get out and experience everything there is in the area and then play cornhole during the day. We even have an indoor accommodation should Mother Nature decide to rain on us for 33 minutes like she always does in the afternoon in Florida. So we've got you covered. Punta Gorda, make plans to be there. Going to be big, big fun. So let's talk about Branson. Hang on one second. First off, it wouldn't have happened without the help of Nicole and Stuart with the Branson CVB. Thank you guys so much. Tara, who has always kind of run point for us, stopped by to say hello. That was very nice to see her. And it wouldn't have happened without our local crew. Ryan LaBelle, Team Garner, Jacob and Whitney, Sean Priest, Mad Maz, Isaac Mazanka was there to pull up and do a little commentary with us. Stephanie Burgett came in, did a little commentary with us on Friday. Hope the little one's feeling better. I know she was feeling kind of puny on Saturday. The CBC crew showed up big time. Dylan and Bill handled hours of commentary, including a division that we are continuing to work with and try to build out, which was kind of cool. And I know Derek was out running their booth as well, and we'll get to that here as well in a moment. But Heinerman behind the scenes pulling the strings. Philip Barnett, couldn't have done it without him. Appreciate you, brother. The Mississippi Ninja, as always, steps in. He had a hell of a weekend. He was in the king seat in singles. He made it into the Pro Series, into the top 32. He was all over the place. He was having a really good weekend, so to carve out time actually to do some commentary instead of warming up might have cost him a little bit, but I think he was having a good time. And, of course, Tony and Hannah and David and I think Christina behind the bar, we've come to know and love them. They've come to know and love us, and we couldn't do it without them as well. Brothers Bag Company was there. High Rollers was there. 157 was there. Big D Bags was there out of Texas. They had a hell of a weekend as well. CBC was there. And how about Casey and Yolanda from Soul Crusher? They had everything except bags. We had plenty of bag manufacturers, but man, oh man, they almost sold me a hat that in theory, I wish I would have bought it, but it looks much better on Patrick Barger. He bought the exact hat I was looking at, and better is a relative term. But the bottom line is, I said, my bowling ball head probably wouldn't fit in that hat the way you would like it to represent your logo, but Patrick Barger looks great on you. I don't know if you got a free bowl of soup with that hat, but nevertheless, it was a good look. So thanks to everybody for helping make it all happen. And let's get to some winners. And what a rogues gallery of winners this is. I'll say the Pro Series for last. The bag makers. I mentioned it was a big weekend for Big D. Jonathan Zarzinski and his crew were there. They had a booth set up, and they probably had to rent an extra trailer to take trophies and stuff home to Texas. But what a great weekend. Big D wins the Bagmaster Quads. In the big blind draw, Matthew Arsenault out of Georgia and Todd Gammon partnered up in the big blind draw to take that down on Friday night. So congratulations to them. Co-ed doubles, Team Puckett. How about Chase and Megan Puckett? Congratulations to them. Alabama showing up strong. And then here we go. This is where it really got interesting. In the juniors division, Levi Haddock, a name that you may not have heard much of until about, a month ago. You're going to hear a lot about that name tonight. He took down a stacked juniors field. Came in playing with Big D bags, and Levi Haddock grabbed his first purple jersey. In seniors, Scott Beck, who we first met, I want to say at Legends in Texas a couple of seasons ago, steps up and he takes seniors playing with Big D bags. Women's, the best shoe game in the ACO? Quite arguably, yes. I know you cast your vote in one of the stories that was put out there on Saturday. Josephina Ernstberger killed it. She had a great weekend. She took down the women's division, so congratulations there. And in doubles, Chase Lester and Levi Haddock. And did I mention Levi was also on the Bagmaster Quads team? So now this is his third trophy. Okay, it's his third trophy of the weekend. So congratulations to Chase and Levi. A great weekend for them. And in world singles, cut and paste, Levi Haddock. He brought it, and he was fresh the entire way through. I think Dustin Arant put on a hell of a show all weekend long. And I think, honestly, he would be the first one to mention that he just ran out of gas. It just happened, and he was throwing lights out. We saw some great play throughout singles, and when it came down to it, I think just the fresher legs and maybe the youth of the juniors division. But Levi Haddock, congratulations, took home 4 chunks of wood and 4 trophies, and probably a pretty decent amount of. Well, actually, I don't know. I'll keep that comment to myself. The bottom line is we also had another division, and Matt Davis, Batman, you know him, you love him as Batman. He and his boy Russell Love, our man Hot Wheels, paired up, and they ended up winning the ACO Adaptive Division. We did run an Adaptive Division. The CBC guys held it on CBC Center Court 1. And Matthew Davis, and you're saying to yourself, well, how did if it's adaptive cornhole for wheelchairs, how did Matt Davis get in there? The way that we've built this out is if you are wheelchair bound, you compete. If you are not wheelchair bound, you can also compete because you might be friends or family with the person who is. But you also compete in the wheelchair as well, so that you have the same approach to the game or the same view of the game. And Russell Love, Wheels May just came out on top again. Batman, Matthew Davis, they took first. Pedro Martinez and Richard Barnett were second. And Cody Mia and Nelson Baker came in third. So, again, we will develop that even further into Worlds 19 and into Season 20. And as a matter of fact, I think Matthew Davis may be spearheading a little bit more of that division as we go. And then there's one thing that we want to talk about here, too, bigger than the entire season. The Pro Series skins was the next incarnation of the ACO Pro Series. The first one we mentioned a couple of years ago, $20,000 winner take all in Branson. The following year, 10 Pro Series events with the opportunity to come in and win money, win or lose in a skins format. This year, 5 Pro Skins events. Doubled up the money on the line by cutting the events in half, but also then added this twist to the final event in Branson. The top 16 players in the first 4 were already seeded. Then frame games were thrown to seed 17 through 32. Then, as we've discussed, we got the first 16 and the second 16 out on center court, and you'll have an opportunity to watch this. If you haven't seen it, you can go back and watch on the Facebook page, but this will be repurposed as well in the ACO YouTube channel. It's there also, but if you want to, you'll be able to watch the cut-down matches. The top 16 stepped out one at a time based on their seed and picked their poison and chose their opponent out of the next 16. I won't say the bottom 16 because this was a loaded field and nobody wanted to make these picks. I'll tell you right. I'm used to getting picked last in kickball when I was in grade school. If you got picked last in this, it was a whole different ball game because that's what it means. Everybody was pretty much afraid of you. And out of the first 16 matches, we call it pick your poison, 7 of those picked beat the person that picked them. Think about that. Almost half of the choices backfired on the top 16. So then when we got it down to 16, we went 8 and 8, did it again. 4 and 4, did it again. 2 and 2, did it again. And then we got down to the finals. Well, and that was that. But it was a really fun way to do it. I think there was a lot of strategery that was involved. We heard a lot of comments and groups talking about, well, who do you think is this? And who would I match up with best among pros talking with one another? And how cool was it? The bottom line, Doug Parker came in and got the job done. Douglas Parker, congratulations. And he was the 5th different Pro Series winner this season. The first one in Charleston, West Virginia, Caleb Hurt. The second one, Atlantic City, New Jersey, it was Tyler Amos. Isaac Hurt took number 3 in Owensboro, Kentucky at the Super Major. Dalton, Georgia, Brandon Earls, and then Douglas Parker in Branson, New Jersey. And he said, and this, I love this because he said, you know, when we talked to him, he goes, it's not about the money, it's about this trophy. And I offered to take the money and put it in escrow for him, but he somehow all of a sudden it complimented the trophy pretty well. No, I didn't offer. I would have. And Doug, the offer still stands. If you want me to hold on to that for you, I will. But congratulations, man. Nicely done. I know he told Philip and me after he was done, he felt blessed. He played like he was. And I would tell you, he and Bear Paw that ended up having a great match at the end. And if I'm not mistaken, Bear Paw and Parker were Heinerman's 2 picks. He had 1 pick to win the Worlds, and then Parker was his dark horse. Now I know he's not happy because now Parker's no longer a dark horse because he's won the Pro Series. I think he gets a pass on that because he picked him before he won.
The rules we had for dark horse.
So what were the rules that you couldn't have won a major or a Pro Series? So now Parker ruined his dark horse pick, but I think we're still going to let him have it because he picked before Douglas came out on top on the Pro Series skins. But it was awesome. He picked up a big chunk of cash. There was great cornhole played. The Mississippi Ninja got in there. He said, you know, I might have only won $25. I said, well, just take that $25 bill and frame it, man. It's a piece of art now. It's a collector's item. So I don't know if he did or not. But, boy, I'll tell you, what a weekend. And, again, having adaptive cornhole, the Pro Series skins with that twist on it, everything. It was just it was so much fun to be a part of. And every time you turned around, one of the 2 streams had great matches going, doubles, juniors, women, seniors, co-ed, everything, anything. It was just a great weekend. Now, the Worlds, if you're working your way towards the Worlds, as we talked about, again, I mentioned everything you need to know right now about the core divisions is available for you at AmericanCornhole.com. So start planning around that if you'd like. Our friends from Cornwall, Matt Bailey and Tamsin and Toby, are coming back. I had some back and forth with them, the other day, and they're going to be coming back. Don't know if they've talked to Collinses into coming back or if Tom has to work, but we could be crowning a new Cornwall champ if Tom doesn't come this way. So I know everybody's planning to work their way back to Throwensboro. Who wins? Heinerman says Bear Paw. His dark horse is Parker. Frank said Caleb Hurt. We haven't picked his dark horse yet. Tyler Goodwin. My pick. My dark horse might be C.J. Slegance. I don't know. I like the way he played, but that was there were some great bags being thrown all weekend long. And again, Levi Haddock just had a killer weekend. The weekend also yielded the Whole Nation shot of the week. And thanks to Tracy and Rich, not just for this shot that you're going to see here in a moment, but also the Green Construction Group, LLC, Game Zone. It's always fun. We had two really weird things happen during the mini bag challenge. If you didn't see it, go back and watch. The very first person bounced one in off the floor, and now we have a rule that that's legal. And then the very last person, pretty much, who tried, bounced one in off the floor. That was Wheels' daughter, I do believe. So they had a playoff. They ended up splitting the cash. The Greenbacks challenge, throwing it in backwards, was all big fun there. But Rich and Tracy were there putting out great features all week for Whole Nation, not the least of which is a chance for you to remember the shot of the week.
Thanks, Finn and Frank. Welcome to this segment brought to you by Whole Nation. I'm your host, Rich Pyle. I'm going to show you a cornhole shot from a recent tournament. A pivotal shot. A game-changing shot. A shot you don't get to see every day. Check out this shot of the week.
This shot of the week comes to us from the Branson, Missouri Major, where Levi Haddock is battling Dustin Arendt for the singles championship. Sometimes the boards get a little dirty, so you may need a bar of soap. Check this out.
He's looking at the score. He wants to try something.
I got room to go in after this.
Oh, he bar soap. He bar soap. Dustin's bag is off the back.
It can't be.
Oh, my gosh.
Retrieve.
Way to clean it up, Levi.
Thanks for watching this week's Shot of the Week. Now let's turn it back over to the Taco Show with Frank and Finn at the ACO World Headquarters. Frank, Finn?
How about that? There were so many great shots. How many times do you think we said, oh, my God, that's got to be the shot of the week? How many? At least a half a dozen we probably did during the broadcast. And that was just our court. The CBC court, I'm sure, had lights out shots as well. So it's got to be hard for Rich and Tracy to narrow it down to just the one. So appreciate that. Again, a great weekend of Game Zone challenges. They've got a new one coming in season 20 as well, they were telling me about, which is going to be awesome. And I know that the regionals are still going to be covered in season 20 as well. So Whole Nation on fire. Appreciate Rich and Tracy Pyle. Let's check out. Let's go. Doug Parker was our first commenter. Good to see you on here, buddy. I got a chance to see quite a bit of you over the weekend. Stephanie Burgett. I finally figured out how to say her name correctly. It's like Turgett. Love Branson, best major in my opinion. Congratulations, says Heather Higgins. Y'all did awesome. Let's go, Hallie Lachey Clark, says Doug Parker. And again, by way of reminder, Hallie Clark, if you missed it, is going to be on the Gordon Ramsay show. And this is a big one. It's Master Chef Generations. It premieres on tomorrow night, 7 Central, 8 Eastern, 7 Central. But she has the opportunity to audition to be on the show. I don't think she's in the first episode, but watch it to get a feel for it. And Hallie Clark, if she makes it on, we'll see what happens. But how cool is that? IMF, what's up? What's going on, big boy? Clinton? What's that? Burgett? Burgett. I'm calling her Burgett. Who won Punta Gorda Battle of the Bag Squads last year, says Parker. Was it OTT? Or Gusto? I don't know. I don't even know what I had for lunch, Doug. Honest to God. We'll see if we can find out. OTT, baby. Russell Tabers, Austin Thomason, Fergie, Slim Fady, and Doug Parker. Oh, he was asking a question he already knew the answer to. I don't know. Let's see what else we got here. Loved the twist. Yeah, right on. Congratulations to Levi, Scott, and Chase. Yeah, they had a big weekend. Levi is a beast, you're correct. Wyatt, Waneka, bar of soap, Levi in the juniors. We saw quite a few bars of proverbial soap, not the least of which was there in the shot of the week. Burgett. Stephanie, I'm tired of figuring it out. You're going to have to change your name to the way I want to pronounce it. You told me before it was Burgett, like Turgett. Like I said, the Turgett lady. Turgett. Then when I said Burgett, you said, I'm going to make it French. Stephanie Burgett. There you go. Yeah, OTT. Priest says yee. Right on. Asking questions you already know the answer to. Good stuff. Well, look, I'm going to give you your Tuesday night back. Frank is on vacation. He'll be back next week. We have more to tell you about the Worlds. Don't miss the opportunity to be part of Punta Gorda. So much fun. There's a big wedding on the horizon as well in less than a month for Caleb and Adrian. Excuse me. I got all choked up thinking about weddings. There's a lot still going on between now and the Worlds, so make sure you plan accordingly. And a lot happened this past week to 2 weeks, not the least of which were a couple of birthdays to members of the ACO family. How about River and Sawyer Heinerman? How about those two? Get a good look at them. You can tell how excited that they are about their birthdays. So happy birthday to you two, and make the most of the summer. I know you're out of school now, so anybody that's got a birthday this week, celebrate. If you got one coming up next month, make it a birthday month. We'll look forward to celebrating. Happy birthday to Nelson, by the way, this past weekend. His birthday was this past weekend, and it will be again at the next major. We'll wrap it up after the birthday wishes with, again, hopefully you've weathered the storms. Hopefully those are the last big storms we have to deal with for quite some time. Make those plans, whether it be for Punta Gorda or you start working out your plans for Throwensboro, whatever it is. Make plans not only to wrap up season 19 in big style like we just did here, but also get ready for season 20. Cool stuff coming, I promise you. Let's go ahead and take a look at what it was like through the eyes of Chad and Kim for the last two majors. It's a combo edition. As I wrap up season 19, the regular season, let's turn it over to Chad and Kim's excellent cornhole adventure. And remind you, stay classy. Whole nation, keep on pitching.
This week on a special Chad and Kim's Cornhole Adventures, we're headed to back-to-back majors. Our first stop, Camp Margaritaville in Auburndale, Florida. For this trip, we decided to stay at the Staybridge Suites, which was perfect with having the kids with us. The room was spacious with a pull-out couch and a king-size bed, also a full-size kitchen. After check-in, we went to head over to play some cornhole. The Camp Margaritaville facility is super cool. It's a very Florida venue. Little hot, little humid, had some crazy board conditions, but all in all, an awesome venue and super fun for the kids. I was blessed to get paired in the blind draw with Joel Marmo, and let's just say this kid was clutch. We pulled out the double dip and got the win. I'm pretty sure with this win, that'll lock me in for blind draw player of the season. All in all, despite some frustrating board conditions at times, Camp Margaritaville was a great experience, especially for my kids. They had a blast. And we got to keep the tradition alive of celebrating a win by heading to Buc-ee's. We grabbed some snacks and headed home for a couple days before we headed to our next major, Branson, Missouri. I'll just say if you've never been to the Branson Major, then you are missing out. Branson is definitely one of my favorite major locations. The facility is top-notch, and it's walking distance to all types of shopping and restaurants. It's really, really cool. Friday, we played a little cornhole, and then we headed over to Branson Landing. Like I said before, Branson Landing is walking distance from the venue and has tons of top-notch restaurants and great shopping. Our favorite find of the trip was Crepes and Cream, which features rolled ice cream, which if you've never had it, you have to try it. It is amazing. We had lunch one day at Pizza by the Slice, and I give them 10 out of 10. The pizza was great. The service was great. Definitely, if you're ever in Branson, stop by. Branson's so great because there's just so many things to do and see, and obviously I love there's a Starbucks across the street from the venue, but it's really a great place to come with your family. I was fortunate enough that I qualified to play in my first pro series, and even though I didn't go exactly how I wanted, losing 6-7 to Dustin Arant, it was still such a fun experience, and I'd love to get to play pro skins again. It's been an awesome 2 weeks on the road playing cornhole and looking so forward to Punta Gorda and Worlds. So you better stay tuned for Chad and Kim's next big adventure.
Hi, I'm Rich Pyle, the host of Hole Nation, where we share everything this cornhole and a lot more. Follow us on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, and catch our new videos every Wednesday at 7. And remember, whether it's sticky or slick side down, bring it.